What's up, Groovers? Listen, I wanted to share something with you. Now, I'm outside because I just like to be outside when I can. It stopped raining, so you might hear some planes and some people cutting their lawns. What can I do? But listen, I just got off the phone with a friend of mine, a good friend, and shout out to Kenny, and he was just calling me and just sort of thanking my wife and I for just doing stuff that's encouraging and those kind of things, and all the people, not just us, so many people doing so many great things at this time to inspire people, to keep people encouraged. And I just share with him the idea of that, you know, at some point, and even through the great challenges we're going through, the life and death challenges for some people and business challenges collapsing, all sorts of things that are real, for myself included, things that are happening. We get the information, we know what's going on, but at some point we're gonna look back when this turns, because it is gonna turn and be something else, right? And when it turns, we can look back and go, how did we live in that time? Because we got through it. So how did we live at that time? Did we retreat and just crumble into the fear, which is real and we got to help each other through? But did we see past that to something longer, bigger, larger, and keep our minds and hearts alive so we can sort of take in the greatness that surrounds us for ideas or just being able to help people differently? And I brought it to this story. I wanted to share this story with you. So years ago, I was teaching at the studio, and the teacher that taught there with me, her name was Susie Q, great girl, and she taught these kids there. We taught this teen hip hop group, and they're like maybe 12 to 14, somewhere in there. And we got one day, and we took them to Magic Mountain. That was the day, it was a day trip or whatever. We went to Magic Mountain. If you don't know Magic Mountain has got the biggest rides in the world, right? And so we go there, and I like my roller coasters, you know, like the average person, but some of the ones get pretty crazy. So we're doing the roller coasters and all that stuff, and all of a sudden we pass by this thing, this crazy, well, it's an extra ride. So you're in Magic Mountain that already has extreme rides, but you can pay for these extra ones that are bigger than those, right, while you're there. So we pass by this big pendulum swing thing, and Susie goes, oh yeah, man, we should do that. I'm like, I do not want to do this ride. I do not want to do this ride. And she's like, no, we got to do it. And of course, what happens? What do the kids do? Oh, come on, man. Come on, you know, you got to do it. Peer pressure, shame, you know, which I gave fully into. And I said, okay, I did not want to do this thing. They strap you into this thing. It's like you're hang gliding, you know, and you're in the strap from 1 to 3 people. You're in this thing, and it wraps around your body, and then you get pulled up on this thing that goes way up, and then you're kind of hanging, then you free fall and then catch the pendulum and you swing like Superman, right? And you know, yeah, it's all great if you love it, but I was like not loving this. I was not loving it at all. So I get in this thing, and I remember this is years ago, but I remember just going, oh man, I do not want to do this. I do not want to do this. And I was trying to shut my mind up from saying that, but that's all I could think of. I don't want to do this ride. And Susie, she's a free loving person. She's like, oh, this is great. This is great. This is great. And as we're going up, tick, 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 she's like, look around. Look at the view. I'm like, I'm not looking at no view. I'm just looking straight ahead, and I just want to live. That's all I could think of. And I remember she's like, oh, it's so wonderful. And all of a sudden, we're ticking up slowly. All of a sudden, I take a chance to look. I look up behind me, like up to see how high we are. No, before that happened, I'm going, this is too high. This is too high. This is not right. This is not good. And I look up, and we're not even halfway up. So now I'm like, you know, I'm just so freaking out right now. And I remember, I'm trying to breathe, I'm trying to be cool, you know what I mean? She's just like, oh, it's just beautiful, it's lovely, it's wonderful. And she kept saying, it's just a ride, Bradley. It's just a ride. It's just a ride. And I was like, no, it's not just a ride. No, I could die. No, and she's like, it's just a ride. It's just a ride. It's gonna be over. It's just, and I'm like, couldn't do it. So finally, at the end, we get to the top, and what they do, you're in this thing at the top, you're now hanging there, you're dangling like a, you know, just ready to drop to your doom. And then you hear this voice from below. It's a, you know, teenage kid that works there, and he's telling you to pull the ripcord. And I had the ripcord to pull to release you, right? And he's like, this kid does not really want to work there. You hear this, 3, 2, 1, pull. And I don't pull it. And all of a sudden I hear this, 3, 2, 1, pull. And I don't pull it. And also you hear this 3, 2, and he just releases it because I guess they got a safety valve because this happens all the time. And we drop, and I'm like, ah! We drop. I hit that pendulum, and I swing, and I was like, this is the best ride ever. Once that first drop happened, and I caught that ride, I didn't want it to end. And at the end, it was a blast. We got off, and it was a great time to do it. But I looked at that. Obviously, it's not as serious being on a roller coaster, but just the idea that I, in terms of getting to that point of going on the ride, had the choice to have a good time, to enjoy it, to not make light of it, but to go, okay, I've got a little bit of nervousness, but go look at the view, look at this. Wow, whew, my experiences, my emotions, my senses are all on fire here. Like, to be part of that experience, instead I kind of was retreating, right? Either way, the ride ended. Either way, it went through, and she was like, she had a great time the whole way through. I had this terror for so much of it, and I enjoyed the last, 15 seconds of it, right? So just an example. Obviously, it's not as severe, but really that idea of remembering there's some things that are greater, things that are larger, things that we're a part of, things that we are connected to like each other, because that groove just connects us all together. Even through technology, we are still connected, which I'm just so thankful for. And also knowing that when it gets to that place, you have a chance while you're in it. If you remain resting and standing in what I call the groove, you just are in a place where, because of that freedom and because of that sense that, okay, there's reality, but I'm not gonna live by the mood, by those things. I'm gonna keep believing, because we have to. If you don't keep believing, then what? What are you gonna do? Just shrink back in your bed and wait every day? What will that do for you or anybody else? It's not just about you, right? So, anyways, just want to say that with you. It's just a ride. In some cases, obviously more than others. I don't want to be too loose with that analogy with what's happening, but you know what I'm saying. Keep grooving, and I want to see what you guys are doing. I got no video. You know what I'm going to try and do? I'll try and find the video of that ride. I think they send you a little video of it. If I can find it, I'll post it and I'll put it up there. All right, keep grooving, everybody.